Okay, so June 2012 solutions for paper 1. So number 1 asked 6 divided by 0.0003. Now we're going to make this a whole number by moving the point. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. We move the point 4 places to the right. So we now have 6 divided by 3, which is equal to 2. And 2 is the same thing as 2 points, right? Because everything in front of the point would be a whole number. So we moved here 4 places to the right. So we're going to move here 4 places to the right, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? For each place that we move, we add a 0. So we could say that 6 divided by 0.0003 is equal to 20,000. Now, please, when all you're doing the multiple choice, don't use calculators, because in the exam you can't use calculators. Right? So the answer for number 1 was C. Number 2, we have 0.0346. Alright, so we want to write this in standard form now. Okay, cool. So our first option was 3.46 multiplied by 10 to the power 2. Now if the power is positive, which means we'll be moving to the right. Now when we move here to the right, we'll end up with 346, which is not what we want. The second one is 3.46 by 10. Now this is 10 to the power of 1, right? Move one place to the right, we'll end up with 34.6, which is not this. So we don't want that either. Now if we have to the power minus 1, means that we're moving one place to the left. This is not that, so we don't want that either. Then to the power negative 2, when we move one place to the left and then another place, we'll end up with 0.0346, which is the same thing as this. So the answer for number 2 is D. For number 3, we have 0.12 as a fraction in its lowest terms. Alright, so we know that the point would take the value of 1 and everything after is zeros. So we could say that 0.12 or 0.12 is the same thing as 12 over 100. Now this was not one of the solutions there, so we could further break it down. We could say 4 into 12, 3, 4 into 100, 25, which is D. Good, so for number 4. Right, so we have the square root of 17 squared minus 15 squared. Alright, so we have the square root of 17 squared minus 15 squared. Now if all you can remember these squares, then all you have to go and do the long division, right? So 17 squared is the same thing as saying 17 by 17. Right, so this would give us 289. And then 15 squared is 15 by 15. I think this is 225. Good. So we could say that the square root of 17 squared minus 15 squared is the same thing as the square root of 289 minus 225. When we minus, we'd get 64, and we know that the square root of 64 is 8. Good. So the answer for that would be C. Now feel free to pause the video and go through these wherever you don't understand, and make sure that you get the answers right. In the link, I would do a Word document and I would put the solutions for each of the 60 questions, right? Okay, so we on to number 6. We want to express 4 and 3/8 as a decimal correct to 3 significant figures. Now we know that 1/8 is 0.125. 2/8 is the same thing as saying 0.125 by 2, which is 0.250. 3/8 would be 0.125 by 3, which is 0.375, and so on. So 4 and 3/8 would be 4.375. Now this here is the 4 significant figures because we have 4 figures. We want the answer correct to 3 significant figures. So our third significant figure, which would be 7, we circle this and we examine the 5. Right? Once it's 5 or more, we add 1 here. So our answer would be 4.38, which is C. Right? Number 7. What is the highest common factor of the set of numbers 54, 72, and 90? Alright, so highest common factor, we want the largest number that could go into these numbers here. Now 180, so we're doing it by trial and error. Let us look at the largest number that we have there, which is 180. Not 180, 1080, sorry, 1080. Now that number cannot go into any of these numbers, so immediately we cancel that. The next highest number is 90. 90 cannot go into all of these numbers. So we look at 18. Now 18 can go into 54, it can go into 72, and also 90. So the highest common factor of these three numbers is 18, which is B. For number 8, they want negative a half cube. So minus a half cube. Now anytime we have an odd number as the power, and it's a negative number that we're going to raise to the power, you'll end up with a negative answer, right? So this here is the same thing as saying negative a half by negative a half by negative a half. Now a negative by a negative will give us a positive by a negative will give us a negative. 1 by 1 by 1 will give us 1. 2 by 2 by 2 is, so our answer is negative 1/8. So anytime we have a negative fraction that we want to raise to a power, if the power is odd, it will be a negative answer. If the power is even, let me say 2 or to the power 4, it would have been a positive answer. So the answer for number 8 is negative 1/8, which is A. Number 9, they want to know what is the value of the digit 2 in the number 48.621. So again, the point will take 1, everything else is 0. Now we don't need to go and put another 0 here because we only want the value up to 2. So the value here is 2 over 100, which is A. Number 10. So by distributive law, they want to know what is 49 by 17 plus 49 by 3 equal to, this is number 10. So distributive law, remember distributive law was one of the factorization methods, right? So basically you're taking out the highest common factor of both these terms here, which is 49. Now 49 into this would give us 17 plus 49 into this is 3, which is the same thing as 49 by 17 plus 3 is 20. So the answer would be D. Now picture this, right? Now picture replacing this here and this here with let's just say we let this be x and let this be y. So we'd have 49 by x plus 49 by y. Now 49 by x is the same thing as saying 49x plus 49 by y is 49y. Now factoring out by distributive law, we have 49 common to both of them. That's the highest common factor there. So if we take out 49, we'll end up with x plus y. And we let x be 17 and y was 3. So that's just a recap, just for you all to understand, right? So the answer was D for number 10. For number 11, in the Venn diagram below, the shaded area represents, now we could see that they shaded everything outside of P. So that would be the P complement, which is A. Number 12. In the figure above, x represents the set of the multiples of 4. Right, so the multiples of 4 would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, going on, right? And then they said that y would represent the set of multiples of 5. So this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. The shaded region represents the set of all multiples of, okay, so the shaded region there, we could see that that is x intersect y. From these two sets, we could see that Okay, we do have 4 common to here, 5 not common to there, 8, 10 not common, only 20. Right? So the shade region represents the set of all multiples of 20, right, which would be D. Right, in which of the following Venn diagrams is the region A intersect B complement? Okay, so we have 30. Now, in A, this is the set of A union B. So that is all the elements in A and also in B. Union is everything in A and in B, or it could be in both of them. Right? Now that's not what we want, so A is not the answer. For B, this is everything outside of A, which is A complement. We don't want that either. For C, we could see that is in A, but they want A only. So it's A but not B. So if it's A but not B, it would be A intersect not B would be B complement. So the answer is C. Now D would have been A complement intersect B. So it's everything outside of A but is in B. Right? For number 14. A is the factors of 30. So the factors of 30 would be 1, 2, 3, 4 is not 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right, and 30. Right, that would be the factors of 30. Now for the prime numbers, less than 10 is not included in 10. Remember, a prime number only has 2 factors, one on itself. 1 is not a prime number. 2 would be the first prime number because the factors is 1 and itself 2. 3 would also be 1, 4 is not 1, 5 is 1, 6 is not 1, 7, 8 is not 1, 9 is not 1, and we can't include 10, right? Because they say less than 10. C is even whole numbers less than 10. Alright, so let's not start with 0. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and I think they said less than 10. Yeah, so we don't include 10. So the number of elements in A intersect B intersect C, that is the elements in A